Today's video is going to be a head-to-head bait challenge using expensive jerkbaits and a cheap knockoff of that exact same jerkbait. So we are talking the Megabass Vison 110. This bait right here costs about 25 bucks depending on what color, what size, all that good stuff, where you buy it from. We've got the RC jerkbait, and this one costs anywhere between 5 and 10 bucks. So does paying about 3 times more for a jerkbait mean you're going to catch more fish? That is what we are going to find out in today's video. We are going to use 2 primary things to determine which one of these jerkbaits is better today. So we're going to see how many fish each one of these catch in a 40-minute period, and then also which one catches a bigger bass too. So we're going to weigh the biggest bass of the day on each one of these baits, see which one can get a bigger fish, and then also we're going to keep count and see how many this one catches versus how much that little Lucky Strike jerkbait catches. So 40 minutes on the clock. We are going to kick it off right now. Let's get this thing rolling. See if we can get the first fish of the day on that Megabass here real quick. Basically just going to be targeting all these steep breaks. We are kind of getting into that, pre-spawn, almost about to spawn, about to pop type of mode. So I've already kind of cruised up this bank. I've seen fish everywhere, all over this break. We're going to catch a bunch of them, I think. There we go. First one on the Megabass. That was cast number 2. Oh, and she threw it. So that is something I didn't mention in the intro there, but we are going to only count fish that actually make it to the boat, because one thing that we are testing is the stock hooks on both of these baits. So this one, you would anticipate having better stock hooks, probably should land more of those fish, which is why we're going to make sure that we're only counting ones that get in the boat. But as you saw, first one of the day, we actually did not land on that Megabass. So does not count. We have 0 to 0 still, probably about 1 minute into this challenge. What the heck, dude? What was that? What was that? I don't know what the heck just happened, but we got number 1. That thing like blew up on the surface. I don't think my jerkbait was up there. She might have been on there. I really have no idea what the heck that was, but number 1 for the Megabass, probably like 5 minutes in. Not very big. I'm not gonna weigh her. Like I said, big fish is gonna be a component, but if that thing wins, then this whole challenge is for nothing. So we got to get at least like a 1.5 pounds minimum to try to even put it on the scale. Number 1 on the jerkbait, just cruising up this break. I think that this point right here is probably going to be pretty good. Should catch a few and hopefully a big one. Oh yeah, there we go. And it's a decent one. Definitely bigger than that last one. Oh yeah, come here, buddy. Unless she's coming in sideways or funny or something, she feels decent. She does, she's like spiraling and it might not be very big. Oh, she's hooked like straight sideways. We're just reeling in dead weight. It is number 2, but gosh, she felt big for a second. That's what happens on a jerkbait sometimes, crankbait. You hook them kind of goofy like that and then you're just pulling all that dead water weight. But number 2, that was like the next cast. Get her back in. There we go, number 3. What do we got here? Feels like another dink. Is it a, oh no, that's a decent. This one will go on the scale. She's probably close to 1.5 pounds. She's a little bit smaller than we want for big fish for sure. I hope we could stick like a 3 or 4 pounder. There's also some smallmouth in here too, but we'll definitely get this one on the scale though, just in case. Maybe this jerkbait, maybe the Megabass isn't gonna be the money bait today, and maybe the RC is going to catch some bigger ones, so we want to make sure we at least have something on record here. She's probably like 1.2 actually, is going to be my guess. 1.23, pretty much what I figured. Got some lipstick on her. She's going back in. Got to make sure we keep this challenge going since it is timed. We probably still got 30-35 minutes left, but we got to get a bigger one. There was next cast. Oh, she popped off. See, like I said, definitely have to make sure that we're only counting ones that actually get in the boat, because these hooks should be sticky, but we've already lost 2 on the Megabass. I saw that one up there too when she pulled off. Here we go. Oh, come on. Get big. Get big. It's not terrible. This one might beat out that 1.2. Possibly. She looks a little chunky. Also, I'm doing a terrible job of keeping track. Is this number 4? I think it's number 4. Now we missed a couple, so it kind of threw me off, and I haven't been really saying the number after I caught the fish, but I think that is 4. 1.19. Just barely shy of that last one. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna cut it. I think that one of these is gonna have to catch like a 3-pounder to really blow it out. I would hope it's not a straight dink fest. Time check. We have got 21 minutes left, so we're a little bit less than halfway through. Definitely still plenty of time to rack up some numbers on this thing, and also, like I said, we got to get a much bigger fish than that. There we go. There we go. Fish number 5, if we could get her in. Oh, it's a good one too. That one's a lot better. Oh, maybe not. A little bit better. She'll definitely be the biggest so far. I thought it was like a 2.5 there for a second. She's probably gonna be like a 1.4 pounder. Spot lock us there. Number 5, probably got like 18 minutes left, give or take. What do you guys think? Do you think that the Megabass is gonna absolutely wipe the floor with the RC, or do you think it's gonna be kind of close? She's not gonna help. I was way off on that. She must have been just real skinny. She was just under 1.2. She was smaller than the last one. Okay, what do we got left? We got 10 minutes. We are gonna pause the timer. We're gonna move spots. I did not build in a bunch of time to move around, so anytime we move spots, it's not gonna count for part of the time. Don't want to take away from either one of the jerk baits. Just not happening over here. Gonna ease us on up over here, and we will resume the timer. We've got 10 minutes and 19 seconds left. So 5 fish, 1.23 pounds is the weight to beat absolutely massive bass. No, we're definitely going to beat that, either with this or with the RC, I think. Start the timer. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Is that a fish? Is that a tiny bass? It's a super duper tiny bass. Well, there's number 6. That is not what we're after, but for the sake of the challenge and the number, the quantity, she does count. You're so small. Number 6, okay. Just complaining about we're not catching anything. I mean, that might as well be nothing, honestly. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh no. Do not do that. That is one nasty thing. That does not count towards the challenge, and I'm very glad she did not take that bait. Pike, going back in. Probably got 5 minutes or so left. Oh my goodness. Well, there's the timer. Absolutely terrible showing by the freaking Megabass. That's crazy. 6 fish on this thing is wild. I never would have guessed that in a million years. In a 1.23 pounder, that's something else. So we're gonna put on the RC, see what happens. Obviously today is a pretty short day. We only have 40 minutes with each one of these, so it's not an exact indication that, you know, the Megabass is better or worse or whatever it may be, but it is fun to run these little challenges. See if you are overpaying for some of those baits, if some of these cheap little knockoffs can actually do just as good of a job. So we got this rigged up. The number to beat is 6 and 1.23 pounds. Dear Lord, I hope we could do that, because that's abysmal. That was not very fun, honestly. We just caught like 6 little baby dinks. Oh, probably should start the timer too. That'd be a pretty good idea. It's like the whole point of the video. Start timer, 40 minutes on the clock. We got 1 bonus cast. It's okay, we didn't catch anything on it. Okay. Right out in front of that dock. We might have just beat the big fish on like our 4th cast. That'd be something. Fish number 1. And I think that we might have just got big fish beat. It's gonna be close. She's about the same size, honestly. This is not what I envisioned for this video. I thought we were gonna freaking whack some 2, 3, 4 pounders, catch like 20 bass on each one of these jerk baits, and so far it's been pretty slow. But maybe we're about to get into them. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Oh my goodness. It is a 1.23 pounder. We've got an absolute tie so far. 1 bass to 6 bass. So far, expensive jerkbait is winning, but obviously we got a lot of time left. But the big fish is the exact same size. I thought for sure that was going to be like a 1.3 or something. Okay, we got a competition, boys and girls. It's not a very fun one, not very much of a slugfest, but it is a competition nonetheless. I mean, it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like You know, expensive jerkbait versus cheap jerkbait on a pretty tough day out here. Usually this lake's quite a bit better. You can catch a lot more bass than this, and it's really not going so well. Which one of these jerkbaits is going to get more and bigger bites when it's a bit of a struggle out here? There we go, number 2. Another about a pounder. I don't think that one's gonna do it. They're all about the same dang size. I don't even know if I want to put her on the scale. We got to do it. It's so close. We get a freaking shootout right now from dink to dink on these baits. I think that she's a little bit smaller though. Yeah, 1.16. Not gonna cut it. Fish number 2. Fish 2 versus 6 on the Megabass. There we go. Number 3. If we could get her in here. Another pounder. Another pounder. Oh, that one might take it right there. Come on now. you gotta be bigger than 1.23. Well, that's a real sad one. 1.32. Real sad that is the biggest bass that we've caught so far, but it is. Number 3 and big bass of the day. 1.32 pounds. Absolute friggin' giant. This thing's doing all right for being a very, very cheap alternative to a Megabass, I will say. I do like the action on this thing. My biggest complaint is the casting. I can't cast this thing more than like 30 foot without getting a backlash, even in this pretty light wind. Okay, we've got 20 minutes left. We're gonna pause that and we are gonna go move spots real quick. We've got exactly half the bass and half the time as what we called on the Megabass, so could be anyone's game, honestly, as far as numbers go. 20 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what we can do over here. A little bit calmer. Oh, there we go. What do we got here? A little largy. Number 4. Number 4. We really don't have to weigh anything else. I mean, that one's probably pretty close. She's like another 1.1, 1.2 pounder. But we already know that the RC's got the biggest bass. That thing came out of nowhere. We're way up in the shallows now. A little bit different look than what we had earlier. There we go. Number 5. Get up in here. You're so small. I just want to get you back in the water. I don't want you. Nobody wants you. Please leave. Well, I was just about to say, literally one more bass will tie up this challenge at 6 to 6. And as I went to go crank that in, one friggin' ate it. It was another very small bass. Probably still got like 10, 15 minutes. One more for the tie, 2 more for the win for the RC jerkbait. Pretty anticlimactic challenge of dinks. They're just in a funk today, which like I said, it kind of shows like, hey, these 2 jerkbaits had a pretty tough day, you know, what they're gonna do. And this one honestly is holding its own pretty well on a day that's not like a lights out type of bite. Like if they were just all clapping everything right now, that'd be a different story completely too. And that is the tie. There's number 6. We gotta have, let me see, and one just followed it in too. There's a couple fish over here, but there's been fish everywhere. We got 9 minutes and 44 seconds left. One more bass gives this little $5 lucky strike the win over the $25 Megabass. Honestly, pretty wild. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, she's barely hooked though. She's barely hooked. Little back trouble. Number 7 in the boat. Halfway decent for the day too. Another like just over a pound bass. Absolutely crazy that this day turned into what it did. But that is number 7, the little cheap $5 Lucky Strike jerkbait. Just took out the Megabass. That is insane. But thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, I promise, whatever video I post, I'm going to catch bigger bass than that. This is probably one of the saddest days I've had on the water all year by far. Definitely was expecting a much better day, but little lucky strike. Do not sleep on it. Honestly, some days, especially when you're just fun fishing, don't care that much. You might stumble into a pike or two like we did earlier. Luckily, we didn't lose a jerkbait to that thing, but if you're not really too worried about catching fish, maybe derby day, you go with the Megabass, but this thing does hold its own. It is a pretty solid little jerkbait for the money.